This is Thai tractor racing, a sport where you take a single-cylinder tractor engine, hot it up, and see how fast you can make it hurtle down a flooded rice field. And if that sounds kind of insane, kind of dangerous, but possibly a lot of fun, that's because it is. In this video, rivalries completely boil over, resulting in an unbelievable final race that left me simply stunned. These things are insane. They have these straight titanium exhaust tubes. Holy crap, they are loud. But it turns out that what I thought would just be a little bit of hillbilly fun is quite a serious pastime, a burgeoning professional sport even. There are close calls, fierce rivalries, and the more I watch it, the more I kinda get it. This sport rocks.
Man, it is really pretty impressive just how big this sport is. There's so many people here. It's crazy. It seems like a pretty serious investment in time, money, effort. Like, these guys are taking it seriously.
We're at Wat Marukatayuan in Ayutthaya province, a rural rice field not that far outside of Bangkok. And it's mid-Songkran, and while Thais in Bangkok are celebrating by spraying each other with water pistols, these farmers have an entirely different idea of fun, and it's more my kind of vibe.
I'm here with Bowie. And we have tried to establish exactly how this race goes down. Here, about once a year, in the period of time with which they change the rice in the rice fields, they're going to get their tractors, their slow-ass typical tractors, they're going to put them in race sleds, plows, I don't know what you'd call these contraptions, and they're going to race them. And it's kind of crazy.
We arrive at a flooded rice field with a seemingly endless line of pickup trucks pulling up, loaded with tractor engines and racing sleds.
I'd say there's about 100 different tractors here, maybe about 20 or 30 different participants or groups, and each group has bought multiple engines and one sled.
And this might not be the kind of tractor you're used to seeing. These are the mechanical water buffalo style tractors that you see all around Southeast Asia. They can be assembled a number of different ways depending upon the season, and usually they're in some kind of chariot style configuration with an engine that tracks way up front and a plow out the back.
Bowie, what do you think? Is this fun?
Yeah, this is the first time that I experienced this. I've never seen this one in my whole life.
I think boys will be boys universally, and if you put an engine in something, eventually two guys are going to sit down next to each other and see how fast they can make it go and argue about who can make it go faster. Makes perfect sense, really. Bowie, what is the flower thing that is hanging off the vehicles?
In Thai, we have, oh, be careful. We believe that every vehicle have like a goddess who protects the vehicle. We call her Maya Nang. Before we use the vehicle, we will show respect to the goddess by like giving her the drinks, the red drinks, the sweet one, or the garland, the beautiful flowers.
Today though, we're setting the engine between two fiberglass wings that serve to fan out the mud, attaching a sled that can skim across the top of all this mess, and controlling everything with two long handlebars or steel reins. It is essentially a motorized mud chariot.
You know, 10, 15 different people helping out, mechanics, you know, welding on site. And then there's your sort of like small individual family farming teams that have come here to compete as well. But it's surprising just how many machines each and every person that's come here is bringing with them. So this behind me here is like the welding station. Most of the repairs are done by the individual teams that, you know, they bring new belts, they bring other stuff that they can swap out. But if your actual sleigh breaks, you're screwed.
There are upwards of 20 teams here competing in a number of categories. But primarily, everyone's here to compete for the wide wheel and thin wheeled trophies.
This is basically a knockout competition for each class. And since it's knockout, it's kind of important who you get matched up with first. The way that they do that is that they have different numbers drawn on bottle caps. A representative from each team comes, you choose your bottle caps, and those numbers you pull are the numbers that you're going to be competing against.
And if you win your race, you move on, lose, you're out. And we repeat this process until there's a single victor.
Okay, so we are starting out with the wide-wheeled, non-modified class, and man, are these things loud. There seems to be a lot of false starts. There seems to be a few crashes so far. It doesn't seem like the safest sport in the world, that is damn sure. The way the racing works is each lane has a color. There is the red lane and a blue lane. And the commentators are going to call out over the large speaker who's in which lane and kind of narrate what's going to happen. Because by the time they get down the end, there's no way you can see what happens.
And as things pick up, tension and rivalry becomes apparent. Two teams stand out above the rest. The first is owned by Redneck. He's basically the Roman Abramovich of Thai tractor racing. Along with his coach, Bun Senchan, they dominate the Thai tractor racing scene. They lead a team of monsters, headed by superstar twins Yai and Gong. These guys are clearing out the competition. And as the first class comes down to the wire, it becomes clear that this super team of riders and machines is almost impossible to stop. With almost all teams having been kicked out from the class, Thai Tuchuran has more than 6 riders remaining, including both Yai and Gong. They're clearing out the competition with absolute precision.
Super team are the winners yet again. I'm feeling like this race is really just who can beat the super team. That's all anyone seems to care about.
But as we watch on, an underdog rival does appear. Manot, star rider of Sum Nat Ampur Garage. He's the last remaining competitor from the 20-odd teams competing in this class. And it's him versus a murderer's row from Thailand. This garage, Sum Na Ampur, are an upstart group of friends. They rustle up parts from companies in the nearby area that act as sponsors. But they've got a kind of secret weapon in Manot. He's pretty damn good.
One garage now has 5 remaining races left in this knockout competition. One other garage has 1 dude. If he loses any of the remaining 3 knockout rounds, this class is done for the day. One individual racer remaining in this competition has won through the first round. He now has to knock off 4 more guys in order to win. Let's see how far he gets down. Alright, so the solo racer is done. He lost in the 3rd round. It seems like the massive monster team of Thailand is winning the entire Fat Tired event. At least there's 2 more classes. We're taking a break, and this rice field is surrounded by all kinds of little street vendors with motorbikes. It looks damn good. Let's find out what we can cook up. Okay, so what we have here is some kind of barbecue cooked in a giant drum, sort of cylindrical style. It reminds me of the Vietnamese old school style smokers, but in a stainless steel drum, like a modernized version. Anyway, there seems to be a bit of everything, a bit of pork belly, a bit of intestines, a bit of loin. I'm down, let's roll. Grilled pork, universally good. Desperately needed.
The wide track tyres are almost a warm-up. Those wide grooves actually slow things down in the wrong type of mud. And it's time to get serious with the thin-wheeled class. And as this class unfolds, a similar story emerges. Most of the other teams are slowly eliminated, and things come down to Thailand and Sum Na Ampur. But this time, Manut is on a mission. He's knocking out everyone.
Alright, this one guy's taken out everyone. He's down now through 2 of the Thailand team's races. I believe he only has to win 2 more times, and he is the winner of the entire event. One guy against an entire team. He's killing it.
And in the finals, it's him versus Yai. Or maybe it's Gong. No one can tell. But the deal is, we're in the finals.
There seems to be some real tension building here between the 2 teams. It's pretty tight.
And here's what went down. Controversy. It's a dead heat. As far as just about anyone can tell, the 2 tractors crossed the finishing line at almost the exact same time. It's close, really fucking close, and no one can decide who's won. We're beaming in the photo finish from the finishing line.
Alright, I'm not gonna lie, it is pretty tense. Everyone is around the scoring table just behind me. I bet you guys did not think that Tractor Race has instant replay, but it very much does. Everybody right now is crowded around screens. It seems like a pretty big deal. They are not letting this one slip. It's not a redo. We are analyzing every single pixel. What do you guys think? Who won?
And eventually, it's decided. We need to rerun the race. And then, tragedy strikes. Manut starts off, but one track digs in too much and his tractor crashes.
Guys, as it turns out, this is not an underdog story. This is a tragedy. Super team wins again. Ah, very nice to meet you. Ah, I see. How did his team perform today?
We won like 2 races.
2 races?
Yeah, the 3rd one is here.
Oh, nice. Are they happy with that?
Okay กับผลงานของทีมไหมคะใช่ค่ะyeah,
Pretty happy. I mean, they won them both.
Yeah.
Right? It's hard to do better than that.
วันนี้ก็มีที่1ที่กับการเพชรติดต่อตาม
Oh, they also have 3 events. So they won the 1st, the 2nd, and the 3rd.
So it feels like these guys win a lot.
Yeah, win a lot.
Yeah? Who's their closest rival? The person that, or the team that they compete with them?
ได้ที่3ไปก็
Sum Na Ampur, the wonderful people, the guys. So they perform very well as well.
But did they beat them today?
ใช่ค่ะต้องมีวัน they won anyway.
Oh, that's good. That's
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Sum Na Ampur are still pretty happy with today's results.
ปิงสีโอสด Yeah, Mr. ปิงสีโอสด Yes.
Did they win or come second?
ได้2ตำแหน่งครับ
ได้2ตำแหน่ง they got 2 prizes, right? The second one got the second and the third.
And the 3rd?
Yeah.
Ah, have they ever got a first place or not?
ก็มีรายที่อยู่
Oh, yeah. So yeah, in some races, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
How much money is involved in this sport? It seems like a lot of effort, like a lot of tractors, a lot of time and effort.
They love racing, right? So they actually just like invest in this racing themselves, and they also got sponsors from different garage as well.
Ah,
Yeah.
I see, I
Yeah.
see. And do they use these same engines to actually farm rice fields, or are they only for racing at this point?
มันเป็นเครื่องยนต์เดียวกับที่เราใช้ทำนาปกติไหมคะ Yeah, the same one.
Really? Ah, so one day you're farming the field, the next you rip it out and you rip. All right, so who beat you today?
ไทยเจริญครับ
ไทยเจริญ Yeah, ไทยเจริญ won.
Those guys seem like they win everything.
ทางเร็วอยู่
เขาแน่นอยู่ที่นี่อยู่ใช่ไหมคะ Oh, they're very popular here, famous here.
Ah. Have you guys ever beaten them?
Yeah, in some races.
Sometimes. All right, I believe in you guys. I think next time.
Yeah, next ครั้งหน้าขอให้แบบโชคดีขอให้ชนะ
No, but guys, congratulations. Seems like a really successful day. Thank you very much for this interview. Boom. That is it for this video, guys. It has been one long-ass day of tractor drag racing, but I've got to admit, that was pretty fucking badass.
Yeah, definitely. I didn't know that it's gonna be this fun, man.
Thank you very much for joining me, Goi. That was really cool.
Yeah,
fun
awesome.
experience.
I love it. I love it.
I know. I'm gonna come back. I think I'm gonna be flying back from Vietnam all the time just to see this kind of drag racing. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Check out Bowie's channel.
Hey, yes. Oh.
Learning Thai.
Yeah.
Soon to be food reviews once I convince her to make that change.
Yeah, definitely. I have to. I know.
Okay. Goodbye.
Bye.